Want to know what the best settings for your Blink cameras are? I will take you through each and every setting that you need to configure in order to extract the best out of your Blink system. So without further ado, welcome to Blink Blink. Let's get started. Let's start right from the top of the settings list. General settings, as the name suggests, list all the settings that deals with the general functioning of your Blink system. You can access the general settings of your Blink camera by tapping on the settings icon besides the thumbnail of your camera and tapping on general settings. The name section allows you to change the name of your camera. If you have multiple Blink cameras set up in your Blink system, then I highly recommend that you add your location to your Blink camera's name, such as outdoor, indoor or office for easier navigation. The battery level and firmware indicate the status and version of your Blink camera. The status LED option enables you to toggle whether you want red lights to flash up when your camera detects motion. I recommend that you set it to the default settings where it shows a red light when it's recording. The network tab shows the connection status of your Blink camera to your Wi-Fi and your sync module. The camera temperature setting can be configured to send you alerts when the temperature of your camera goes above or below a preset value. If you have placed your cameras in areas susceptible to extreme temperature swings, this can be a very beneficial feature to enable. I also recommend that you calibrate the temperature sensors of your Blink camera by using the calibrate option. As the instructions state, use a thermometer for this task. The delete device option is for scenarios where you need to delete your Blink camera from the Blink system. Now that we've configured the general settings of your Blink camera, the next set of settings that we need to tackle is the motion settings. You can access the motion settings of your Blink camera from the device settings page right below the general settings option. Here, we start off with the motion detection option, which you can toggle to enable or disable motion alerts. And of course, you need to turn on motion detection in order to get the best out of your Blink cameras. Just like you need to turn on notification alerts for our videos by clicking on that bell icon besides the subscribe button. The motion sensitivity slide bar deals with the level of sensitivity that you want your cameras to detect motion. I recommend that you set this up depending on how often motion occurs in the line of sight of your Blink camera. Start with the sensitivity set on the higher end and work down till you reach a sweet spot where you get the required motion alerts without being bombarded with them constantly. Motion zones allows you to set custom zones where you want the motion to be detected as per your camera's field of view. The gray zones indicate areas where you won't receive motion alerts even when motion is detected inside these zones. If you have obstacles in your camera's field of view, like a constantly moving object like a flag or a private location like your neighbor's lawn, set up gray zones in those specific areas so that you won't be alerted constantly for movement. You can also use the advanced option for a more zoomed in and customized zone area input. Privacy zones is a similar feature to motion zones with the exception that the selected areas will be grayed out when you view the clips. Re-trigger time lets you adjust the time taken by your Blink camera to alert and record a second motion event after a first motion event has been alerted. This can help in reducing unwanted motion alerts, especially in situations where the motion is expected. Early notification is also a feature that you definitely need to enable if you want to receive notifications right when the motion is detected rather than after the clip has been recorded. Video and photo settings deals with the output of the clips recorded via your Blink camera. The motion clip length slider lets you adjust the length of each clip recorded from your Blink camera. Having this set too low can result in getting not enough information out of your motion event, and having this set too high can result in unwanted bloat that can take up valuable cloud space. So set this up by trial and error to find your sweet spot. I usually record 20-second clips as I find it optimal for my needs. You can also use the end clip early if motion stop settings in conjunction to further save up on cloud storage by allowing the camera to cut the clip when it ceases to detect motion. Video quality is yet another important feature that drastically changes your viewing experience. In the Blink app, it is divided into 3 categories: Best, Standard and Saver. Although Blink recommends that you stick to the standard setting, I personally recommend that you switch over to the best setting if you don't mind a faster cloud storage occupancy. The clip quality is legible and so much better, especially if your camera view has a lot of objects in front of it like a shelf or a walk-in closet. But I also believe that standard is also serviceable for most people. I don't recommend that you switch over to the saver mode unless your camera records multiple motion events and your cloud storage is your ultimate priority. Moving on to the night vision tab, it allows you to configure the infrared or IR LEDs that allows illumination of your camera footage at night or dimly lit environments. If your camera is active 24/7 and is in a location that changes from ample to dim light, then I recommend that you set the night mode setting to auto. But if you've scheduled your camera to be armed only during the night or during the day, then I recommend that you turn night vision off or on depending on your scenario. If you have the night vision setting turned on, then the IR intensity option should help in setting the brightness of your clips recorded during the night. I recommend that you leave it at medium as it works best for most scenarios, but if you find it lacking, you can switch over to high intensity. Now, photo capture is a rather niche feature that triggers your Blink camera to capture a photo every hour it is armed. Enable this only if you really need it, as it doesn't serve much purpose and eats up on your cloud storage. Not many utilize this feature, but Blink cameras do have a speaker and microphone built in that enables two-way communication between your Blink camera and your Blink app. From the audio settings tab, you can configure the speaker volume using the speaker volume slider for this particular feature, which I recommend that you set on the higher end. Privacy settings deals with almost the same settings that I've mentioned before. The privacy zone settings takes you to the same motion zones page under motion settings. You can also toggle invoking audio recording and video recording individually using the toggles on screen. I personally have both of them turned on. And that's all the settings that you need to configure in order to extract the best out of your Blink cameras. For a more in-depth read, you can check out our companion article from our website blinkblink.com, which I've made sure to plug in the description below. If you found this video useful, do give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more smart home content.